Hi, welcome back to Forbes Games. I'm Erik Kain. Today I just wanted to talk a little bit about, follow up really on my last video and my post on my blog on Forbes about the Xbox leaving the PlayStation behind. I've been writing about the console wars for years now. I always find that there are different pros and cons to each of the main consoles, whether you're talking about the Nintendo Switch, Wii U, whatever, PS3, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X, whatever. But as this has sort of evolved, as these consoles have evolved and changed, and the market has changed, and the competition has changed, sort of my take on these has changed as well. So, when I wrote that the Xbox would leave the PlayStation behind, I was talking about the Xbox as a software platform, as a sort of more ubiquitous platform, rather than as simply a console. For instance, as I noted then, the Xbox is really something that you don't need to own anymore, because you can play Xbox games on your PC, and now with Xbox Cloud Gaming, you can play them on your phone and your tablet. You can hook up a controller and stream a bunch of Xbox titles, all as part of your Xbox Game Pass subscription. So this has sort of changed the nature of what Xbox is and how it competes with, Nintendo and with Sony and so on and so forth. Both Nintendo and Sony are still very much all about having a console that can play Nintendo and PlayStation games, and you can't play those anywhere else. You cannot play Super Mario Odyssey anywhere except for a Nintendo Switch. You cannot play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart anywhere except for a PlayStation 5. Some of Sony's games are actually making their way to PC, but it's usually at least a year, if not 2 or 3 later. So we have seen titles like Days Gone, Death Stranding, Horizon, not Forbidden West, Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm getting those mixed up now that the new one's coming out. These have all come to PC, but there's still, you can't play Demon's Souls Remake anywhere except for a PS5, or Demon's Souls the original except for on a PS3. So these are two different approaches to gaming as a platform. And when I say Xbox is leaving PlayStation behind, I'm saying they're leaving them behind in a sort of antiquated business model, the console business model. PlayStation does have PlayStation Now, but it is not as robust as Xbox Game Pass. They're just not on the same level in terms of offerings and features as Xbox Game Pass. And Microsoft has so many other things going for it, including Smart Delivery, Xbox All Access, and I won't go into any of those in detail because I did in my last video. But Xbox is sort of expanding into sort of a more of a software platform. It's more accessible. It's a whole different approach to gaming for a business and on the consumer side, where consumers have a lower barrier to entry to play these games. Sony, they have a very good business model also, in that they have a very high demand piece of hardware that's going to sell a ton of units, and the PS4 has sold over 100 million units. Just like Nintendo, the Nintendo Switch is approaching 100 million units, and that's a lot of hardware to sell, and a lot of consumers to be, tied into that hardware, buying games on that, that system. And I think that, Sony is absolutely, the PlayStation 5 is going to win the console war. All right. It's not a fact, but I think that's a very reasonable hypothesis. The PlayStation 5 is going to beat the Xbox Series X. Globally, it's more popular. Its exclusive content is what is going to drive these sales more than anything. Games like Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok that are coming out next year, and in future years, whatever titles are on their way, these are going to drive sales of the PlayStation 5 because you can only play them on the PlayStation 5. Whereas on Xbox, not only are there exclusives available on Xbox One and Xbox Series X, they're available on PC and a lot of times through cloud gaming on other devices. So you don't need to buy an Xbox Series X at all to play Xbox Series X games. You just don't. I barely play my Xbox Series X because I play most of these games on my PC. And generally speaking, I talk about the console wars a lot, but I am a PC gamer. 99% of my gaming takes place on the PC. So basically, and And even though I keep talking about how Xbox is going to leave PlayStation behind, I play most of my console gaming on my PS5. And I generally tell people, if you're going to buy consoles, you should probably buy a PS5, Nintendo Switch, and save your money on the Xbox Series X, because Xbox is a platform now. Xbox is available on your PC. You know, if you've got a PC, what is the point of an Xbox? Unless you just want to have it at your TV and your PC in your office like I do. So that's where I'm at. Just trying to add a little nuance to the conversation. A lot of people get mad and flip out and think I'm just this like total Xbox shill. But I don't think they're actually listening to what I'm saying or reading what I'm writing, because I'm not even saying that at all. So PlayStation 5 is going to win the console wars. Xbox is going to go beyond the console wars. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Peace.